the culture of the Warriors, and culture is this buzzword in the NBA. Execs use it a lot. Coaches, players, everybody talks about culture. And Steve has talked about it. And recently with the Draymond Jordan thing, he called it, I think, the biggest crisis when KD's last year with Draymond. That was a crisis. I'm sure there are other ones that aren't public. I'm sure there was stuff that happened early on with Steve as you guys are figuring them out. But your guys' culture, the fabric of that has never torn. And I have this theory about superstars, and this is not a knock on any other superstar I've played with, but there's a few anomalies to me. I think Jokic, I think Giannis, Tim Duncan's was this way. Like, it's great to have culture drivers like Patty Mills, but ultimately, if your superstar is the main guy driving the culture, that's kind of the reason the culture doesn't break. Am I off base on that?
No, I mean, not having been around those other guys, I think you're right. You're right on it in terms of just understanding that what's expected of me every night, performance wise, the lead by example type, where it's a little out of context, but what Michael said about, or MJ said in his documentary about not expecting anybody else to do something he wouldn't necessarily do on the court, and the work and all that. Like, there's an element of that. There's an element of awareness of the value of everybody in the locker room. Like, yeah, the narrative might be, this is my team and you're carrying this load, and where would they be without you? Coach does an amazing job from the first day he came in, preaching the strength in numbers, tagline. But I try to communicate as often as possible how much I need everybody in the locker room to perform and play their role, and that we'll all get proper acknowledgement throughout the process, because that's how I see things and how I try to live it out on a daily basis. And I feel like that goes a long way for the guys that either have come into our team, like the JaVale McGee's and Nick Young's and Zaza Pachulia's, and the guys that are kind of the glue pieces and have been around but haven't won, and they come in and they see how we operate, and they believe in what we're doing, believe in how how my leadership style. Like, I'm not the most vocal guy running in like mother effing people in the locker room or having to dominate, whole court every day, but that's
what Draymond's for.
Exactly. And we have a great kind of chemistry on that front, because the things he needs to say that I can't really communicate articulate in the same way, but there's a level of walking that out and doing it on a daily basis that's my job. And the confidence that builds for everybody throughout a season. So yeah, I acknowledge the role, I respect it, and win or lose, like, you really understand the dynamic that I can go out and drop 40 every night, and you're not going to win shit unless you have guys that play their role and actually believe in what they're doing. Because that stuff is very fragile in the league, because there's a lot of different distractions that can kind of creep in on that.
Yeah, I look at a part of a coach's role in the NBA. Obviously, the X's and O's, dealing with the media, certainly dealing with star players, but having the 15th guy and this is not only the role of the coach, but this is the role of the star player as well. I think having the 15th guy feel a sense of ownership in the team, having the 15th guy feel empowered, and it's hard to do, man. And you got to have the right guys to do it. And that's where you guys have, I think, done a great job. You consistently brought in those glue guys, but it's hard to do. And what you guys have built is, beyond just the talent, like what you've built culture wise is remarkable. Did you see, by the way, the people on Twitter that were questioning your leadership when you had your hands on your shorts?
No, I missed this one. When I had my
this was a thing. When the video got leaked. When the video got leaked.
The Draymond thing?
Yeah. Did you see this?
No, but I'm trying to.
But this
go
is another
back to the
thing
moment
where I'm like, what are we fucking doing here, guys?
People say anything though. This is
because I didn't intercede. I had my hands on my shorts, so I didn't respond quick enough.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, whatever it was, dude. I don't know.
But part of it, I guess you're liable to. I actually didn't hear that one, which thank God, because that would pissed
some
me
stuff.
off.
All right,
that would piss me off. But a part of it is, you're gonna be in that situation where you get critiqued about every single thing. Even there's one I've during the season when I broke my hand, Draymond was the only one on the court that was still playing, and there was a play, I can't remember what it was, somebody airballed a shot or something. I'm standing up like trying to like be supportive, but he airballed it, and my face just went stale, and I'm just staring like, what the hell is going on? But I kind of froze, and the camera's just on me the whole time. So then they put me like, I'm embarrassed with the Warriors, the state of the Warriors right now. This, just kind of trying to put me against the team in terms of like, oh, Mr. High and Mighty over here and this on the court. And it's like those situations, the culture has to take precedent over everything else because they're going to try to poke. They're going to try to position you in certain ways just because the opportunity is there. So I got to be aware of all of that too.
As always, thank you for listening to the show. Please subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Wondery, wherever you listen to your podcast. We appreciate you guys.